Happy Monday, everybody. Going to give you a really quick run through on what we did today. It was a pretty simple day. Most of it was actually a work day, but I want to make sure that if you weren't in class today, you understand what you've got to do and what is going on this week. First of all, a couple quick announcements. Don't forget that you don't have classes on Friday. The teachers have a in-service day or professional development day where we're doing our learning. So you guys get to sleep in on Friday. If anybody would like to trade spots with me, please feel free to contact me. I would be more than happy to sleep in and let you sit through the meetings in my place. You will be rewarded. I will give you one shiny dollar. Anyway, a couple other quick things. Working through the tests from last week. Should have those posted by Tuesday night, Wednesday morning at the latest. Things were looking pretty good. If you are one of the people that didn't take that chapter test yet, please make sure you go down to Google Classroom to where it says reconstruction test. Click on that test. You can use your notes, but please make sure to try to get it done in 45 minutes or so and get that submitted. I sent out some emails about that, so hopefully you have that taken care of. I'm also entering other grades into Infinite Campus as we speak. Looks like some things that, make sure you're checking the comments, looking at the feedback I'm giving you, because I'm trying really hard to give you guys great feedback, especially about your writing. Other than that, we're going to be starting a new unit on the American West in something called Manifest Destiny. Reconstruction's all over with. And we're basically going to be looking at, as more and more people start to pour into the West, whether it be by wagon or by train, how they interact with the people who are there. Especially we're going to look at how they deal with the Hispanic population in the Southwest, but also obviously the conflict with Native Americans. We'll also look at how those people made money once they moved out west. So it's kind of a chapter with a lot of different things, but with the primary looking at westward expansion. Now, for this week, we're only going to have one assignment, and I'm giving that to you guys today. That is called Closing the Frontier, and I will run you through that right now. You can see on the screen, I've got 1A's Google Classroom pulled up. Every one of them is pretty much going to have the same thing, so you can kind of just, look at this one, and it'll show you the way the class is going to be. So, this is your assignment for the week. It's called Closing the Frontier. It's going to be part of our chapter on the American West. Remember, I'm grading on all three of the the standards. We've got content. Do you know your stuff? Communication. Are you writing your stuff well? And then analysis and research. How much thought are you putting into it, or are you finding the things you need to find? The assignment's going to be due on Thursday by midnight. Again, we don't have school on Friday, so I made it due Thursday at midnight. And please do remember, I'm here to help. Getting not a ton of people asking me for help. I'm going to make the assumption that's because you guys are super smart and you know the answers without me, and or I'm doing such a great job of filling in the gaps for you on other days. So I'm going to show you guys what the assignment looks like. Closing the Frontier looks exactly like, let's see, I'm going to go to we'll go down to Wood of Grayson's assignment. I don't think he's done too much on it so far, but you'll see the directions. I'm not going to go any further down into his stuff, but I'll show you the top part. Is that the top header of Closing the Frontier is going to look like the reading, which you can get to by clicking right here. If you go to the reading again, right there, Closing the Frontier. And you're going to use, let me click here. You're going to page down. And when you hit the bottom, you're going to hit next. For Closing the Frontier, you have 40A, 40B, 40C, 40D, and 40E that you're going to use for this one. Now, on again, the assignment itself. Oh, there we go. There's a basic, boring one. Use that link, and the assignment's due on Thursday. I also included the Crash Course history video, a little John Green from Crash Course, who will run you through some of the basics of the unit. It's about a 12-minute video. Some people don't like him, so you don't have to watch him. He talks pretty fast. He moves through things pretty effectively, but some people just don't like him. So you don't have to watch it, but it's there to help if you want to. One thing I did want to mention really quickly is that there are 11 questions. The last one is an opinion-based question. But otherwise, one of the things I want you guys to focus on is how you start your answers. One of the things I'm seeing is a lot of you guys like to start your answers with pronouns, I, you, he, she, it, we, they. And that's fine for an opinion-based question like number 11. That's all the way down at the bottom. But the rest of them, I'd really like to see you restating the questions. So for instance, the first one, describe the difference in lifestyle for a person who decided to live in the American West versus the East Coast lifestyle. I would say something like the difference between a person who's living in the American West versus an East Coast lifestyle is the second question, why did the number of conflicts with Native Americans increase dramatically during the mid-1800s? The number of conflicts with the Native Americans increased drastically during the 1800s because I know it seems like it's a lot of stuff, but it's making things more clear. One of the things I always tell people is you have to write your answers like you're explaining a concept to someone who doesn't know the question. If you can hit a point where you're explaining the concept to someone who doesn't know the question, I will bet money that the lowest grades you'll get in communication are going to be 3s. Okay. Again, saying something like they increased because, well, what's they? What is that? So please make sure you're being specific in your writing. Make sure you're paying attention to capitalization and that you're including punctuation, especially the end punctuation. I know some of you guys know what you're doing. Maybe we're just getting a little lazy there at the end of sentences, but I'm seeing the pronouns, the capitalization, and the end punctuation as some of the biggest problems we're having as a group. If that's something you struggle with and you're not sure what you need to do to fix it, that's what I'm here for. Please, ask. I do a lot of writing, so I practice quite a bit. Now, that's really going to be it for today. Use the rest of the time that you had allotted for history today to do some work. And if you have questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Chat me, email me. I'm here to help. I'm going to sign off. This is just a quick one. Again, work on the assignment. You get Friday off school. Yay, you. Hope you had a good weekend.